What's up, Raiders? Welcome back to this week's special Thursday episode of RJTV.
We have a lot of exciting things coming up for our Raiders.
From the incredible fall play to Padre's final vows.
And a bunch of teams continuing to chase their state titles.
All that and more this week on
RJTV. We hope you had a great week.
This week, the cast and crew of Martyrs Crossing has been busy with Tech Week.
They have been rehearsing diligently to pull together what is sure to be an awesome show about the life of St. Joan of Arc.
Here's RJTV reporter Tess Eller and RJTV producer Maddie Nutall with a story about the paint and light crew who have been working hard to prepare for this amazing show.
With preparations starting up for the RJ play, many crews are working hard right away. Backstage crews are the key to making the many amazing effects of the show. We talked to two very important crews who shared their experiences.
I'm the paint crew manager, and I have been since second semester last year. So this is my second show as manager.
I am in Lights crew. What inspired me to join Lights is freshman year I saw Little Shop of Horrors, and the lighting was just so cool that me and my friend decided we should try to do it next year.
Freshman year I was just looking to get involved in theater, but I didn't want to do any acting, and I like painting, so I was like, I'll join that one.
Mostly that I just wanted to be part of theater. That was right about it. Also art.
My favorite part about Lights crew is we kind of just goof around with each other while we're doing our work. We're just really able to have a fun time, and it's definitely get a lot of laughs out of it.
I love going out and doing paint runs with people, or if we forget something at Michael's or something, then we go get it, and that's really fun.
Painting.
We have a couple traditions of hanging stuff on the walls, having light-specific rules, little things like that that just kind of keep our group as a close friend group rather than just a crew.
I would definitely recommend it to other people, mostly because, it's pretty fun.
If we have space, I would definitely recommend joining Lights.
I would, because I think it's pretty relaxing when we're not screaming at each other.
It'll be great.
It's a fun time. You get to de-stress after a long day, and you get to hang out, and I think it's nice.
TV. Wow, I can't wait to go see the show. It's going to be amazing.
Don't forget to buy your tickets by going to MyRJ or scanning the QR codes on the posters around school.
Martyrs Crossing runs next Thursday, Saturday, November 2nd through the 4th.
Show up and show out, Raiders.
Speaking of showing up and showing out, let's throw it over to Barrett and Wave for your weekly Raider Sports update.
What's happening, Raiders? I'm Barrett Palvik.
And I'm Waverly Aye. It's time for your Raider Sports Update.
The remaining fall sports are beginning or wrapping up their playoff pushes.
That's right, Barrett. Cross country competes at state this Saturday in Colorado Springs at 1. The boys and girls teams place second and third at regionals. Good luck, runners.
Field hockey begins their journey back to state in the quarterfinals tomorrow when they host East at 6:30. Come out to Lou Kellogg and support.
And after their dominating 4-0 victory against Mullen for senior night, your boys soccer team had a first-round playoff game last night versus Horizon.
In the win over Mullen, Sebastian Campos and Joe Lawrence scored goals, and Joseph Bennett grabbed the brace with 2 goals.
And speaking of soccer, Olivia Liu and Marin Kellogg caught up with the senior captain, Ladd Hubka, to talk about the close bond on the team. Check it out!
Varsity soccer captain senior Ladd Hubka is a double transfer student who has led Valor and Regis as a strong center back.
It really didn't matter just based on the coaching staff here. The coaching staff has welcomed me into the team more than I could have ever expected. And so that was one of the main things I was nervous about transferring in was how will I fit in. But thanks to Coach Wolf and all the staff, it's been an easy transition. So.
Yes, Ladd!
God's always number one, and we just revolve around him and everything we do, and just the camaraderie of the teammates and coaches trying to bring us together at all times, that would be the main difference.
Co-captain senior Joe Bennett is grateful to lead the team alongside Ladd.
He's a really fun guy. I think he brings the energy on the team, and he's a great captain to be with.
This is Olivia Liu and Marin Kellogg for RJTV.
Thanks, Olivia and Marin. And soccer wasn't the only ones with a busy week in senior night.
Girls volleyball took on Castleview Monday and hosted their own senior night last night against Douglas County as they prepare for regionals next week.
Rugby has their senior game this Saturday at 1 in the stadium for their last game before state finals. Good luck, girls.
Shout out to the RJ mountain biking team who placed 12th in the state championships over the weekend in Glenwood Springs.
And finally, football picked up a massive win this past week over Legend 27-10, highlighted by a dominant second half, including a pick 6 by senior Lawson Douglas.
They visit Fountain Fort Carson tomorrow night as they look to pick up some huge momentum going into state playoffs next week.
Now let's throw it back on to Frances and Sophie.
Thanks, guys.
Sophie, I am so excited for next Wednesday, November 1st.
What's going on November 1st?
Only one of our favorite priests' final vows.
That's right. All of Regis Jesuit, including some very special guests from across the nation, will come together for a very special Mass to support Padre on this huge milestone.
I spoke with Mr. Crow, Father Rochford, and Father Menard to find out more about Padre's final vows. Let's check it out.
Next week, on Wednesday, November 1st, Padre will take his final vows as a Jesuit.
Final vows are the kind of final moment where a Jesuit commits his life to the Jesuits once again, and the Jesuits commit themselves to that particular man.
Final vows are when a Jesuit, about 20 years into being a Jesuit, takes some time off to review the spiritual exercises of St. Ignatius and then gets promoted.
It's kind of like a handshake, I always say, right? I've put my hand out, waiting for the Jesuits to kind of shake on it. And final vows is when the Society of Jesus comes with their hand and we kind of shake on it. And final vows makes that commitment permanent on both ends.
A Jesuit's final vows are the most important vows that they can take.
Final vows are important because it means the conclusion of a 20-year process of formation.
This is where all of those years of Jesuit formation that he has gone through have culminated to this final acceptance into final vows. What are the next steps after a Jesuit takes final vows? You know, formation is lifelong. The Jesuit never stops being formed or learning.
After taking final vows, there aren't any specific next steps at all. It just makes a person eligible for leadership positions.
Yeah, we're always ready to accept a new mission and to be available where the Lord, where the Society of Jesus, and even where the Pope needs us to go.
Padre has been working towards this goal for 21 years, and he chose to celebrate this momentous occasion with the Regis Jesuit community at the all-school Mass on Wednesday.
Oh, I think students should be excited for Padre's Mass on November 1st because, number one, it's a rare opportunity. This doesn't happen very often. And number two, it's a great role model example of somebody who has dedicated his whole life to the service of God's people.
It is such an honor to witness and to be a part of this beautiful ceremony that celebrates one of the pillars of Regis Jesuit, our mentor, teacher, colleague, friend, and role model, Padre.
It's clear to me that there's a deep love and affection for him in the school and all that he does.
We are so very proud of you, Padre, and we're all looking forward to celebrating the commencement of all your hard work this Wednesday. This is RJTV Producer Frances Sullivan.
Wow, that's an amazing occasion, and how special that Padre chose to celebrate with us.
It's definitely going to be beautiful. I'm so excited, and we are so proud of you, Padre.
You may have noticed that our campus feels a little bit empty this week. We have a lot of Raiders out and about.
The Theology of Encounter classes are on their immersions in Denver and the Dominican Republic, and the delegates going on the Ignatian Family Teach-In for Justice left this morning for D.C. Let's pray for our fellow Raiders as they travel to represent Regis Jesuit. Look forward to a story on the Ignatian Family Teach-In for Justice in the coming weeks.
And starting today is Freshman Retreat. While sophomores, juniors, and seniors have Friday off, VIA leaders and freshmen are participating in the long-anticipated Freshman Retreat.
We are so excited for our freshmen to have their first retreat at Regis. Have fun, y'all.
Shout out to the mock trial team who placed second in the Providence Cup last weekend.
You may have noticed near both tradition halls and the girls' dean's office are piles of diapers.
Make sure to bring in your diapers to contribute to the RJ for Life Club's Diaper Drive. The last day to bring them in is Halloween.
Finally, let's get excited for the Mother-Daughter 80s Bash coming up.
That's right. Keep an eye out for an email to purchase tickets.
Well, that's all for this week.
Have a fantastic weekend.
See you later, Raiders!
This is going to be